Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm Victor the Magician, and you're watching me. After the incredibly heavy, somewhat dark, Twisted Midnight Palace illusion from last week's episode, I don't actually know in advance when I'm going to upload it. I'll just say the last episode. From the last episode, I thought we'd do something a little bit lighter, using literally lighter, just 4 cards. Can't get much lighter than that, can you? Basically, I want to do a routine involving tricks that you might have seen me do before, but which haven't been put together in quite this way before. So without further ado, let's get into a routine set of 3 4-card tricks. Let's get started. To start with, sorry ladies and gentlemen, you may have heard that magicians use double-backed cards sometimes. Now these cards are usually concealed, they're not meant to actually be shown to the audience, they're just to secretly help with the illusion. However, I'm actually going to show you 4 double-backed cards right now. Like really fairly, there we are, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll show you the backs as well. Obviously those were the backs, but these are also the backs. There we are, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Now, the interesting thing about these double-backed cards is that while they have 2 backs, they also have a face concealed in a higher dimension. You may remember this basic concept from the trick Give Me Back Your Face, which I showed you way back when I started this channel. But watch what happens if I do this. These 4 cards acquire their faces. There's the Queen of Diamonds, the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Spades, and the Queen of Clubs. Now, what people don't realise about the Queens is they can actually be very, very prejudiced cards. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Look, we've got the 2 black queens and the 2 red queens. There's a black queen, there's another black queen, and there's our 2 red queens. Now, if we lay the black queens like this, one there and one there, face up and face down, and we take the red queens and lay them like this, face down and face up, then we have a black queen and a red queen in each packet. But because the queens are prejudiced, look what happens if I do this. The black queens go back together, as do the red queens. In fact, there we are, my hands won't touch, I'll actually just show you the cards like this. There we are, black queens there, red queens there, back together. The other interesting thing about the queens is how different their personalities can be when they're not fighting over race. That was a really weird sentence to say in a card trick. Anyway, I'll show you what I mean. The Queen of Clubs, well, she's actually much shyer than people realise. If I place her at the bottom of the deck, or the bottom of the packet face up, something really interesting happens. She should turn herself face down to fit in with the other cards because she's shy. Look, now we are 1, 2, 3, 4. All face down. Meanwhile, the Queen of Diamonds, sorry, the Queen of Hearts, is a bit of a different creature. But if I turn her face up, she's a bit of a party animal, a bit of a rebel girl, and she gets all the other queens to join in and turn face up too, except for, and this is very important, the Queen of Diamonds, who quickly turns herself face back down because she's just plain contrary. The last, of course, is the Queen of Spades. Now, the Queen of Spades is so inspirational, she makes all the other cards want to be more like her, like so. Amazing, eh? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 tricks with 4 queens. I'll see you next time for more magic.